Rain Man is one of those movies that hits you in all the feels, funny, touching, and just so full of heart. It's the ultimate road trip movie, but not your typical one. It's got Tom Cruise and Dustin Hoffman giving some of the best performances of their careers, and it's all about family, personal growth, and how people can be totally different but still connect in ways that are just wow. So, the movie kicks off with Charlie Babbitt, Tom Cruise, a slick, fast-talking car dealer. He's the kind of guy who's always hustling, trying to make a quick buck, and honestly, he's kind of a jerk at the start. One day, he finds out that his estranged father has passed away. Now, Charlie and his dad were never close. Actually, they were straight up estranged, but Charlie's expecting a fat inheritance. When he goes to the reading of the will, though, he's in for a shock. His dad left him almost nothing. Instead, most of the $3 million fortune has been left to a mental institution. Naturally, Charlie's pissed. He starts digging around and learns that the money is actually going to someone named Raymond, who turns out to be his older brother. This is a total bombshell for Charlie because he had no idea he even had a brother. And Raymond, played by Dustin Hoffman, isn't just any brother, he's an autistic savant, meaning he has some serious social and emotional challenges, but is a genius in things like math and memory. Raymond's been living in this institution for years, completely unknown to Charlie. Charlie, being the opportunist he is, decides to bust Raymond out of the institution. Not because he suddenly feels brotherly love, but because he's got dollar signs in his eyes. He figures if he can get custody of Raymond, he might be able to get control of the inheritance too. Yeah, Charlie's priorities are all kinds of messed up at this point. So they hit the road together, and this is where the movie really shines. It's essentially a road trip across the US, and it's hilarious and deeply touching at the same time. Raymond has all these quirks, like he has to watch Judge Wapner at exactly 3 p.m., he counts things super fast, like when he instantly figures out how many toothpicks fall on the floor, and he freaks out if anything disrupts his routine. Meanwhile, Charlie is getting more and more frustrated because he's used to being in control, and Raymond's behaviors totally throw a wrench in his plans. At first, it seems like Charlie is just dragging Raymond along, but gradually, and this is where the heart of the movie comes in, he starts to change. The more time Charlie spends with Raymond, the more he begins to understand and care about him. There's this one incredible scene in a diner where Charlie realizes that when they were kids, Raymond used to sing to him as a way of comforting him. Raymond wasn't just some stranger locked away in an institution, he was the Rain Man, the mysterious figure from Charlie's childhood memories. It's this huge emotional breakthrough for Charlie, and you can just feel the shift happening in him. Oh, and we've got to talk about that legendary Las Vegas scene. Charlie discovers that Raymond's insane ability to count cards can make them some serious cash. So they head to a casino, and Raymond absolutely crushes it at blackjack. It's one of those super fun moments where you're cheering for them even though it's technically cheating. But the best part is that by this point, Charlie isn't using Raymond for money anymore, he's just genuinely enjoying spending time with his brother. By the end of the movie, Charlie's transformation is complete. The selfish, money-driven guy we met at the start has turned into someone who genuinely cares about Raymond. There's this incredibly bittersweet moment where Charlie realizes that as much as he's grown to love his brother, he can't give Raymond the care and stability he needs. In the end, Raymond goes back to the institution, but this time Charlie visits him regularly. It's not the perfect happy ending, but it feels real. It's about progress, and it's about love in all its complicated forms. What makes Rain Man so special is the relationship between these two totally opposite characters. Tom Cruise brings this intense, high-energy performance, but it's balanced by Dustin Hoffman's completely mesmerizing portrayal of Raymond. Hoffman nails the nuances of being autistic without ever turning Raymond into a caricature. He's not just the quirky genius trope, he's a fully fleshed-out character who you grow to love, even with all his challenges. By the time the credits roll, you've gone on this emotional journey with them, from frustration to understanding to love. It's funny, heartwarming, and just one of those movies that sticks with you long after it's over. And seriously, if you don't tear up at least once during this film, you might be made of stone.